Hello and welcome to the i9 Sports Chicago Rules webinar. Please keep in mind that the main goal in these age groups is to keep it fun and to help them develop as young athletes. If you have any questions after this webinar about any of the rules, please reach out to our league office. The agenda, we're going to go over the basic field of play, how we start, some of the fouls, info regarding kick-ins and throw-ins, and our age group modifications. So first off, the field of play. The field of play is bounded by sidelines here and goal lines or end lines across here. These boundaries are marked with corner flags in each corner. And note that you won't see an actual goalie box that you see here, but the goalie box are 5 yards out from the goal, and that's up to the ref discretion for that line there. Players and coaches will be on one side of the field, and spectators will be on the other side. Teams may substitute players on any stoppage of play with the referee's approval, and each player shall play a minimum of 50% of the total playing time. As far as the games, each game will have 2 halves, and the times for each game vary by age group. There'll be a running clock and a 5-minute halftime, and there will be no overtime. So if it's a tie, that'll be the final score. There will be 1 referee per field for all age groups. And the referees will attempt to avoid interfering with the course of play, but they are considered part of the field. So if the ball hits the ref, play just continues as normal. Now, for the start of play, it'll always begin at each half and following a goal by a kickoff taken at midfield, right here. All players must be on their own half of the field, and all kickoffs shall be indirect kicks, meaning that a goal cannot be scored on a kickoff unless the ball is touched by another player of either team before it goes in the goal. If the ball enters the non-kicking team's goal before being touched by another player, a goal kick is awarded to the non-kicking team. And as far as out of bounds, the ball is out of play when it wholly crossed the goal line or sideline. So the ball must completely go past the line or the cone, or when play has been stopped by the referee. The ball is in play at all times, including when it rebounds from a goalpost, crossbar, corner cone, coach, or referee. And as far as fouls and misconduct, offsides are not enforced. So offsides technically is allowed for these age groups. There's no slide tackling allowed at any time. Grabbing and holding another player's shirt is not allowed. There's no tripping, pushing, or shoving. So the player's arm cannot be extended out when they have the ball. That is a foul. Any handball is not allowed, and a handball occurs when a player intentionally makes contact with the ball using any part of the hand or arm from the top of the shoulder to the tips of the fingers. Unintentional contact with the hand or arm is not a foul. And in order to promote the safety of the players in our league, we have a strict no heading policy. Players within our age group are not developmentally ready to head the ball and should focus on foot and body control skills. And fouls and misconduct shall be awarded a free kick in every situation. A goal kick is a method of restarting play and is awarded when the whole of the ball, having last touched the player of the attacking team, crosses the goal line and the ground or in the air. So anywhere along this goal line if the attacking team knocks the ball out. And the ball is kicked from any point within the goal area by a member of the defending team. So they can kick the ball within this goal line anywhere inside of that. Opposing players, and this is very important, must remain at least 5 yards from the goal area until the ball is kicked. So the other team must be at least 5 yards, and the referee will help to enforce that. All free kicks shall be indirect kicks, meaning that a goal cannot be scored unless the ball is touched by another player of either team before it goes into the goal. If it does go into the non-kicking team's goal before being touched by another player, a goal kick is awarded to the non-kicking team. Free kicks are awarded to the non-offending team at the spot of the infraction. If the defending team commits an infraction inside their own defensive goal area, the free kick is taken from the nearest point parallel to the goal line and outside the goal area. If the attacking team commits an infraction inside the goal area of the defending team, the free kick is taken from any point within the goal area. The non-kicking team, again, must also be at least 5 yards from the kicker on a free kick. The ball is in play when it is touched by the attacking team. A corner kick is a method of restarting play, and it is awarded when the whole of the ball, having last touched a player of the defending team, crosses the goal line in the ground or in the air. The ball will then be placed within 2 feet of the nearest corner flag, so one of these corners, and the cone or the flag cannot be removed for the kick. Opposing players must remain, again, 5 yards away from the ball until it is kicked. The ball is kicked by a member of the attacking team, and the ball is in play when it is touched by an attacking player. It is also important to note that we do not have any penalty kicks in our leagues. A throw-in is awarded when the whole of the ball goes out of bounds or crosses the sidelines on the ground. All right, so the throw-ins will be taken from a point on the sideline near where the ball went out of bounds, but no closer to the goal. The ball is in play immediately as it enters the field of play. A goal cannot be scored directly from a throw-in. And the throw-ins players must have both feet on the ground during the throw-in, and it must be thrown in behind over their head. If they don't do the proper way, the referee will coach the players on the proper technique and retake the throw-in. If it occurs for the second time, the opposing team shall then be awarded a throw-in. We will talk about this in a minute, but kick-ins will be used at the Super Pee Wee and Pee Wee divisions instead of throw-ins. Our goal is to teach kids the fundamentals of soccer, to help them develop the skills that fit their age, and to provide them with an experience that is fun. So for that reason, we have different age groups with slightly different modifications. Super Pee Wee is the youngest group, and then we have Pee Wee, Junior, and Senior age groups. And here are the basic differences. The half times, as you'll notice, are different. Super Pee Wee is 12-minute halves, Pee Wee is 14, Junior is 16, Senior is 18. Super Pee Wee and Pee Wees will play with 5 players on the field. For juniors and seniors, they'll play with 6 players on the field, including a goalie, in outdoor leagues, and 7 players, including a goalie, in our indoor leagues. The ball sizes for Super Pee Wee and Pee Wee are size 3, juniors and seniors are size 4. The field sizes are smaller for our Super Pee Wee and Pee Wee, and juniors and seniors are larger. The Super Pee Wee and Pee Wees do not have a goalie, as you'll see the goals are also smaller, and the juniors and seniors do have a larger goal, and they do have a goalie. Also, for the Pee Wees, since they do not have a goalie, we do not allow a player just to stand in front of the goal. They need to be moving around to keep the ball moving, and since the goals are so small, it makes it almost impossible to score if you have just players standing right there blocking the goal. The Pee Wee age groups will also kick the ball in from the sideline versus throw-ins. Junior and senior age levels will do the traditional throw-ins. For our Super Pee Wee group, there's an unlimited number of coaches allowed on the field, as they will need as much assistance as possible. For our Pee Wees, you can have up to 2 coaches allowed on the field. And for our juniors and senior age groups, the coaches should remain on the sidelines during the games. And the last and most important rule is to have fun. So thank you for attending this webinar. Please reach out to our league office if you have any questions. Thank you.